Hello everyone. Good afternoon. It's Michelle Litwiller here. We tried to go live and a thing popped up on my screen, so I stopped. And so everything looks like it's good now. So say hi. Let me know that you're here. It is Thursday afternoon. It is, well, now it's 12:08 where I am at. It's Thursday, September 18th, 2025. And today, we're going to go over just something totally fun. So say hi when you're hopping on. Let me know that you're here. Thank you, Ryan, for helping me. Yeah, it popped up that I was not live on YouTube, which was really weird. And so it looks like we got it all figured out. So hi, Ann. Hi, Lillian. Hello, Nicole. It's so good to see you guys. Thanks for sharing and commenting and hearts and thumbs up, all the good stuff. All right, I'm so glad you guys are here. So a year ago, well, on September 4th, 2024, I hit $1 million in sales with Stampin' Up. So that's a lot when our average product does not even cost that much in relation to like other companies. So first of all, thank you all of you who support me and order classes and order products and watch my videos. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you, Christina. So that was a year ago. And then last week we got to go to Utah. They have once a year $1 million sales retreat experience in Salt Lake City. And so I got to do that. And it was the most incredible trip. And I've shared photos and stuff, and please know I'm just trying to share to be fun and bring you along with the ride so you guys can see what I got to do and experience and all of that. But today I'm just going to walk you through kind of day by day and show you some of the gifts and things that we got. It was just like so much fun. And so that's what we're going to do. So I'm just looking at some comments. Thank you, Deborah. So yeah, I was live last night crafting. So if you missed that, check it out. I made 4 really cute Christmas cards. And today is a 1-day, 24-hour stamp sale. So you can take advantage of that. I have a great ordering special. You get the 4 cards I made last night if your order goes over 50. And if it goes over 75, you're going to get the sequins. So that is only today, only the sale. Now my special goes through Sunday, but the stamp sale, 15% off stamps and some tools, is for 24 hours only. Just wanted to put that in there because it's just like a quick little window. And thank you to all of you who have ordered already. I appreciate you. Okay, so last Tuesday, we flew out me and my husband flew out from Detroit to Salt Lake City, Utah. It was, I have some notes of like what we did every day because it was so much, and I kind of was delayed in posting because number one, I was so tired. There is a couple hour time difference, but we were like jam-packed doing different activities, which was so much fun, but I was exhausted and I was trying to take everything in. So of course I took pictures, but I was trying to, just be in the moment. And then at night, I was just like, I'm too tired to try to decompress for the next day. So anyway, last year I reached the $1 million milestone, and it felt so surreal to actually be there, to be like celebrating it. So there was 13 other demonstrators there. I believe there was one that was supposed to be there that couldn't make it at the last minute. And it was just a very special retreat that Stampin' Up, their staff, and they did everything for us. That was a very unforgettable experience. We laughed a lot. There were so many surprises, and just mostly a lot of very thoughtful, special touches from Stampin' Up to all the achievers. So here's a little sneak peek of some of the things that we did. So on Tuesday, we arrived in Salt Lake City. We had a driver that took us to our room, which was absolutely amazing. It was probably the nicest hotel room I've ever been in. my husband joked, like, we're in the presidential suite. And I was like, are we? And he's like, I don't know. But we had a very nice room. It was very, like, spacious, and it was just a really nice room. And then that night we had dinner with all the Achievers and Sara and Shelli. Sara is our CEO and Shelli is the co-founder and Sarah's mom. And so we had these little, we got these little tickets. They say like this, $1 million. And on the back it says good for one mocktail. My husband got one. I just had a Diet Coke. And so I kept these little tickets to like scrapbook or keep for little mementos. But we had a dinner. I do not remember where we went. It was right downtown Salt Lake City, and it was a really nice restaurant. They had so much food. They brought out all these appetizers, and I remember I had chicken. I had some kind of chicken dish, and dessert we got to pick, and we picked so far in advance I can't remember, but something like a bread pudding. So yeah, that was our dinner. And actually they had groups of us in different tables, and Sara and Shelli ended up sitting at our table that night, so we got to spend a lot of time with them and talking, and them getting to know us. So that was Tuesday night, the day we arrived. So Wednesday morning was the really big day. That's when they bus you, and the whole staff is like waiting around the office. The office is kind of round, or the entry is like curved. So there was hundreds of people, and they had like all these like tambourines and bells and all kinds of stuff, and they were just cheering. And then I think they said, I was so overwhelmed, but I didn't even hear. I think they said each of our names. I didn't even hear my name. And then you walk in, and Sara and Shelli was standing there. When you got off the bus, somebody gave you a bouquet of flowers, and they were each personalized to every person. And so mine were roses, and they were light pink, like a blush, and a white, and some greenery. They were literally the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen in my life. Even my husband, like, the roses were huge. And I brought some home, and there's some still sitting on my dining room table. So that was on Wednesday morning. We were greeted. They cheered. It was, I thought I would cry. I didn't. I think it was because I was just it was so overwhelming, and like in a good way. And so after we did that, we took a lot of pictures, and then we got to get some behind the scenes at the home office, which was really fascinating. We got to see their warehouse where they package all the products and like their assembly lines and all of that. Have any of you seen that before? Like, it was really cool how they had like the pick lines and all of that, and they weigh the packages, and even how the labels go on the packages. It was really neat. We got to see all of that. We met with the marketing team. We saw where they photograph, the photography and video room, which was so cool. But we saw where they photograph like the actual products for the catalogs and the websites. And that was really neat. And then the video room, and when we were in there, Sara came in there, so we got some pictures with her where they film different things. I even got to meet the designer for my $1 million stamp set, and I can't share anything about that with you, but just know I'm super excited for it to come out, and you will be able to see it in January 2027. I know that sounds like a long time away. It does for me too, but really it's only about a year away. I say only because it's if you're a demonstrator, you'll probably be able to see it the end of 2026 for like a pre-order. So it will be in a January to April catalog anyway. So that was really neat. During our lunch that day, there was a basketball competition. I come from a very big sports family, and I'm just a little bit competitive. That's sarcasm. I'm super competitive. But I recently sprained both my ankles. I don't even think I shared that with any of you. And my wrist a couple months ago. My ankles are still bothering me. So I was like, I'm not doing a basketball competition. But it was like those things where you just like shoot, like you see them at like amusement parks and stuff. And so I still was like, whatever. Well, then they said there's prizes involved. And I was like, well, I'm in. If there's a prize involved, I'm in. So anyway, I did pretty well in the competition, and I made it till the last 4 people. And I ultimately lost to the guy who ended up winning the whole thing. But I was the last girl in the basketball competition. So even though I didn't win, it was fun. And it was a teaching moment for my kids, because I did something out of my comfort zone. Because although I am competitive, I don't like to be the spotlight and everyone was like watching you. So I was a little nervous about that. And then people were saying that Michelle's a baller. And I was like, what? And I was trying not to laugh as I'm like trying to shoot this basketball in. So anyway, that was fun. So that was on Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, me and my husband just went out to dinner on our own. And we ate at a Mexican restaurant in Salt Lake City. I'm trying to think. Oh, Wednesday when we got back to our room, there was some baskets. And this cute little water bottle. I think my friend Alicia, can you hear me? Yeah. Can you bring me that pink water bottle, please? So we had these black bins, and they were stuffed full of, thank you, I forgot this. They were stuffed full of stuff for us, a lot of snacks, and that I think were kind of personalized to us, which I don't, but they were all really good stuff. I got this beautiful hydro jug, and I love it because the straw just flips up. They told us in Utah you have to drink a lot of water and stay hydrated, which I still didn't drink enough of. It's light pink, it has flowers, and then it has this cute little, it's like this little heart charm. It has my initial and my birthstone on it. Like, how special and so personalized. My husband got one of these in a green, like a Kelly type green mug too. So they even thought of my husband. So in there was all kinds of snacks and gifts, and they were all in these like really cool boxes, and they were wrapped in this beautiful designer series paper with bows. So like this is the new like that paper, and it goes with the ornamental Christmas suite or whatever. So everything was wrapped up. So some of the other things we got, which was not food that I have, are these little soap buddies and this shower like spritzer. This smells so good. It's like lavender, almond, and honey. So we got lots of snacks and stuff in there. And then I'm trying to think what all we got. Okay, so I got a little notebook. Okay. We got a notebook and a pen, a really cool pen. This like all gold and black. My husband got even a box. And inside of his box was a $50 American Express gift card, because on Thursday he was kind of on his own, and so they said he can go do, whatever he wanted. So that was like so thoughtful of them to include him. We also got, trying to think what was all in there. Okay, on my flowers, there was this beautiful tag on my flowers that is like some of the ephemera tag, and then that paper and some new twine. So really pretty tag that they had tied around our bouquet. I'm just seeing if there's any. There was like 2 of those black things just full. 2 of those black bins full of stuff. I also got this little card here that said that on Thursday we were going to Tiffany and Company for an exclusive shopping experience, and that we had a $500 gift card to spend there. So there was some light refreshments. So that was just in a box. That was going to be one of our gifts for the next day. I've never been to Tiffany. Have any of you been to Tiffany and Company or have anything from there? I don't. Actually, I take that back. I have 2 champagne glasses that are etched with Stampin' Up that they sent me, I think, during COVID for a leadership event. And I've never used them because I'm afraid I will break them. But they came in this beautiful blue Tiffany box. But that's all that I've ever had from there. So I think that, I'm probably forgetting, but I think those were like the, we got this keychain. And this was on the one little black thing. Again, these are new products, that gold hoop. And again, some of that paper and new ribbon. Just really beautiful. So that was pinned on one of the little baskets there. And I shared photos of everything now. So if you want to see, if you're on Facebook, if you go to Owl Star Stampers, you can see like every day I've posted groupings of photos from everything too. Okay, so then on Thursday morning we went to Tiffany's, and they had the store like privately shut down. And so yeah, I should use them, Linda. I don't even know where they're at now, right? Yeah, I just looking at your comments. So we went to Tiffany's and they greeted us with a little blue bag, and then inside of the bag was this beautiful box that was tied in the most perfect white bow, and I didn't even know what was in it, but inside of it was our actual gift card that I used. So I had kind of planned, I kind of looked at the website ahead of time, like what can I get for that much money? There was a few things. And so I had thought I would get some just little heart earrings, but then the guy that was working there, he kind of asked me what I liked, and I said I like little hearts, or I said maybe some heart earrings, or I want to stick within the gift card. And he found this ring. It's like a little heart ring. It's sterling silver. Maybe I'll turn the camera down so you can see it. But I ended up getting this ring, and so I only had to pay the tax on it. But it was just so thoughtful and so fun to be in there, and we could try on anything we wanted, even if it was like out of our price range. They were just so fun in that aspects, and they had like refreshments and orange juice and coffee and water. It was just really fun. But here's what I ended up picking out: this sterling silver ring, a little heart ring. So that's what I got with my Tiffany thing. And I ended up getting the ring instead of the earrings because this is something I can see. And I can see every day. Where in my ears, like little heart posts, I can't really see that unless I look in the mirror or whatever. So this I can just look down and see whenever I wear it. So that's ultimately why I went with the ring. And so that was really fun. And then after that, they took us back to the home office. And so we were kind of just with all the achievers. But they had us pick out a swig drink. Are you guys familiar with swig? It's like a soda shop, and you can do all these fancy flavors and stuff. And it's like something out west that they have, like they don't have that here in Michigan. So I can't even remember what I got, but it was called a dirty something. It was Dr. Pepper and I believe coconut, and it was pretty good. So it was good. I won't say it was pretty good. It was good, but it was different. So that was fun. We had that when we got back to the home office, and we had lunch, and then we got broken up into 2 groups, and we went around and did more like behind the scenes stuff. So we got to meet at that point with some concept, like the concept artists, some of the designers. Like, I don't know if you know this, they have several people that actually hand paint and watercolor paper, and they like design the stamps and sweets and stuff. So we got to meet several of those people. We got to meet marketing people. We got to see sneak peeks of some upcoming products that are coming up in the next couple of months, in October, and then even in the next catalog. Some really cool things. And so that was just a lot of fun. And then we ended the day with stamping a fun little album with Sara and Shelli. And so the album has some new products, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's like some paper and stuff. And so that was just a lot of fun. A lot of times I'm always the one planning the classes and prepping it and sorting it with my friends. And so it was fun just to get to sit down and have it all done for us and just to get to experience that. And during that, I even said, wow, this is such a fun day. Like I said that it got quiet for a minute, and I just like blurted that out. And Shelli was like, I'm so glad you're having such a fun time. And so that was super fun. Let me show you. Okay, so when we met on the day that we got our flowers and all of that, we met with the DS agent. So if you've ever called Stampin' Up, you get a demonstrator support person, and they're always so nice. And so they gave us this, they made us a scrapbooking page. Isn't this so cute? It has all of these little die cuts. So if you like scrapbooking, I'm going to take it out. But it has Falling for Our 1 Million Sales Achievers. And you'll see this beautiful paper. And then it's really cool because they use the flip flaps. And so it's like, and then they have like pictures of them in here. And then this one goes up, and then they all, they signed it. So I just thought that was so cute of them. They gave each of us a scrapbooking page. So that was on Wednesday too. And then I'm looking for my photo album. So then Thursday, when we were stamping, these are just my notes. It's also on my blog. We did a blog post. This is what we made with Shelli and Sara, and they did say we had permission to share that, but it's like a little photo album. And again, you'll see some brand new sneak peek designer series paper here. They had our initial monogrammed, and we got to stamp it with, this is a new set. And then you open it, and there's like a pocket here. We got to make this. They had it all scored and everything. Thank you, Yvonne. And Holly, yes. And then these are the flip flaps, so you can like put photos or whatever you want in there, but there's 3 of those. It wasn't very hard to make, but of course they had everything prepped for us. We got to stamp some of this, and there's another pocket, and then there's a pocket on this back, and then there's 3 more pages to put photos. They're like 4x6, and then a pocket on the back side, and we stamped some of this. And then there's the back. So we got to make that with, that's what we got to make with Sara and Shelli. It's really pretty. When we got to meet some of the people, like the designers that like, they had put together this for us. So I think they were like 1-inch squares. This is all of our 2-tone cardstock, and they gave us a little baggie with all these pieces, and we got to like match them up and glue them. So it's kind of like a puzzle. And they had this like framed on their wall with like a die cut. So I want to do the same here for my office, is to kind of like replicate what they had and then frame it, because I just think it's so pretty to see all of our colors. They also gave us like the names of all of them, like right here, if we wanted to know, like cherry cobbler and peach pie, pumpkin pie. So they gave us that too. So that was really fun. And while we were putting this together, several of the designers, I have to share this story because I thought it was so sweet of them, like went over like some of the things they've made and were working on. And so this Julie, she hand painted the Thoughtful Journey paper. Do you guys, this I believe is still current. And so this has been around for quite a while. And one of my customers, June, she loves this paper, and she has bought so many packs of it. And it was like we were just busy working on this, and they were just kind of sitting in the back. And I said, Julie, you were the one that made the Thoughtful Journey paper, that you designed it and painted it? And she said yes. And I told her about June and how much she loved the paper. And so she went and got a piece of the paper and signed this for June. And so I'm going to mail this to June. I told her and talked to her already. And then here's a little, I said, can we get a picture? So here's like a picture of her with the paper. So that was just really neat that I could share with her how we love her paper that she makes for us, and how much I've used it in several different classes. If you guys follow me, you probably know I've used it for Stamp-A-Stacks and all different kinds of things, but they were all wonderful people that we got to meet with that. And what else did we do on Thursday? Okay, so then after all of that fun, we had break for dinner, and then we met back at 9 p.m. on Thursday for a Christmas party. And the Christmas party, it was a Christmas crafting with Sara and Shelli. So we arrived to a room that was like ready for Christmas. There was a Christmas tree, there was Christmas music, there was the most incredible hot chocolate bar. And again, go to my website, Facebook page, and you can see photos. But it was so fun. They had crumble cookies for us. And then a lot of the other achievers had brought gifts, which I didn't even think of. And so I'll show you some of that now. But they had at our table, like we got 2 brand new Christmas kits. So these kits, these Christmas kits are coming out in October. I'm going to show you the one because I put it together. The other one I didn't, and I don't know if I can show you. Just because it's not assembled. Come on. Maybe I can. Oh, Carol said, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. It brought tears to my eyes. I know. Everyone that works for them was so sweet, so caring, so thoughtful. I left there with such a gratitude and appreciation for this company. But these kits were wrapped up, and we had another one. And look at the little nutcracker. Isn't that so cute? So we wore Christmas pajamas, and it was really fun. This is what the one kit is. I put it together except for the little strings. I'll show you this. So this will be available in October, and there will be 2 more kits available, 3 in October too. So let me turn the camera down. This is, you probably saw it in one of the catalogs. They kind of had, it is the Nutcracker Tags Kit. And so you make 12 different tags. There's no stamping in this kit. And they're really cute because they have gold and just really fun colors. I just didn't put the twine on the top is all. So there's this one and this one. And cheer, I think these are all of them. So we got to do this, and then the other kit had cards, and they were more like non-traditional, like a lot of white in the background, really pretty. So I'm just giving you a heads up, when you see these go live, they're really cute and pretty. This one's cute, the other one's very pretty. So we did that on Thursday night, and so that was a really long night, but super fun to get to do that. And then some of the things that some of the other achievers brought. Oh, here's my little Tiffany box. My ring is on my finger, but this is what it looks like, and I think I'm just going to set this on my shelf as a reminder of that experience. But little Tiffany box that they wrapped up. And then okay, so then the rest, this was Ryan's card that says there's a gift card inside. I kept all these little pieces. Would you guys have done the same? We had little name cards for our lunches on where to sit. So I have one somewhere. We also got name badges. My husband got one too. He was the guest, obviously. And then we got like official little name, like kind of like we were like little worker bees there, so that was kind of cool. That granted us access in the building. Oh, on Thursday we also got this really cool, that's really cool. See, I'm just like talking and forgetting all the things. I think I'm doing pretty good though. Okay, let me show you what's in that box. Here's my little thing right there. So on Thursday at lunch, oh, it was just my water bottle that fell over. No big deal. I was like, what was that clinking? So this was with our little swig drinks. And this is a stamp for the $1 million. So you only get that when you hit $1 million. So I got both the red rubber and the cling, and a block that is engraved. So I'll probably just set that on my shelf with my little Tiffany box and just look at that and make me smile every time I see it. But I thought that was really cool that I'm so happy I have this stamp. This stamp is really fun. So we got that on Thursday at lunch. And then again, I don't know why I didn't think of this. Probably just because I was just so overwhelmed getting there and getting things ready. And honestly, it's hard for me to take time off work because this is my full-time business. And when I don't work, I don't get sales, and I need to have sales to pay my bills. So some of the other friends on our trip brought gifts, and they were handing them out, a lot of them, at the Christmas thing, which was so fitting. So anyway, I got this little, like, it's a clip, and it has my name. It has a little stamp. Like, I don't know how she got that. It says Stampin' Up, and it says, do what you love, love what you do. This is from Amy. And it says create, and it says $1 million sales retreat 2025. Like, how special is this? And then it says with love, and this one says I heart to stamp. Super special little charm. Yes, Cindy, I will. Nicole, you would save it all too. Yes. Okay. See, you guys agree with me. But that was so sweet from Amy. And then this was from Denise, and she just made this cute little kind of like book too that we could like commemorate and put little notes or photos. So sweet of her to do that. And it has a stamp. I don't know how they got this. Then this was from Sue, or no, sorry, this was from Melissa. I got something from Sue too. It's in a stamp case, and inside is a chamois that is like embossed with this. She had, oh my gosh, it just slipped my mind. There's a lady that does stuff like this, engraving, and so she had that made with the logo, chamois, and I said, I don't think I can use this, and she's like, use the back. But they were very thoughtful too. And then I got this from Sophie from France. She's from France, and it is like a bow maker. She was trying to show us how to use it. If I can get it out of the package. It says, I'm a Stampin' Up millionaire, and I like it. And a little thing so you can clip it and do different size bows. Has like Salt Lake City, September 2025 when we went. So that was so sweet of her. I got this from Dawn. This is like a whole package of goodies, like a block holder, a glue holder, a keychain, even a little envelope to know the thickness. So Dawn's husband like does this, and she had asked what my favorite color was. I was like, I like pink. And so again, just so sweet and thoughtful. We got some Christmas cards here. I have, this was from Amy as well. Cute little card. This was from Sue. She gave us a pair of gloves because on Friday night we were supposed to go on a dinner outside, and they said to dress warm. And then that ended up getting canceled, which I'll get into that in a second. This is just stuff I got on Thursday night still. But look at this card that Sue made. Isn't it cute with the squirrel? It kind of slides. So fun. All right, I think that is all of that. So then on Friday morning, we had a beautiful brunch, and there was such good food there that they had at the hotel for this. And then we had a free day, kind of like until 4 o'clock. So me and my husband got an Uber, and we went up to Park City, and it was super fun. It was just a cute town, and we walked around and kind of did a lot of window shopping. And although we did get the kids a little souvenir, a hoodie. And so that was fun, and we had lunch. And then on Friday night, it was our last day, and then we even got to see the Olympics were there a few years ago. We got to see some of the ski and snowboarding, like hills. That was cool. And then in the evening, we were supposed to go on a like wagon ride under the stars, but in the mountains, and the weather was not looking good. So they pivoted, and we went to this place called Courage Reins, which was a non-profit equine assisted, they do assisted therapies for individuals with physical, mental, and emotional challenges. So we got to hear about, so Shelli and Sterling are involved with that organization. Again, this wasn't the original plan, but it was amazing. We got to go in the arena with some horses. They were so gentle. I've never been, well, I don't remember being around horses. We got to like pet them and just walk around and be with them, and that was really, really neat. The floor of the arena had red rubber scraps that were from Stampin' Up, and sawdust, which just, they said, like cushioned the floor for the horses, the ground, and the the people in there working with them. So that was really neat. And then we went upstairs, and they had this amazing Western theme, like Dutch oven dinner for us. And there was all these decorations, and when we got there, they had like a photo prop and everything too. And they had these liter of bottles of water for us, and they were wrapped in bandanas. Like, how fun. So they were just wrapped around, and then we had a little nameplate setting. They had a root beer, like all these bottles of fancy flavored root beers, which I don't really like root beer, but I was brave and I tried a black cherry one, and it was delicious. I said, this makes me want to go make a Western theme party. It was so much fun. And then after we got done eating, we went back downstairs, and they told us to grab a blanket. So they had these beautiful blankets hanging, and they were all different. I was kind of one of the last ones. So this is the one I got, which is really pretty. It's super soft. I thought it was like wool and it would be a little scratchy, but it's not. It's huge. And it says it's Indian creations handmade by the Incas. And so it's a huge warm blanket. So we got this really nice blanket to take with us. And then we sat in the arena, and they had a guy come, and he did cowboy poetry, which I have never been around. He was so funny, and I have no idea how he could remember all the stories. We did a lot of laughing. And so that was kind of like the end of the night. So then when we went back to the hotel that night, the last night, we got one more gift. I'm going to share this with you. And it was, I was surprised because it was just right on the little stand. And so it was kind of like, it's packaged like this, like kind of like all the others. And this was a necklace. And it has, I don't know if you can see, but it has the date I hit 1 million, the date I joined Stampin' Up. It says it has like 1 million it's like engraved on all sides, and then it says Stampin' Up. And so just a really pretty necklace that's, again, just really thoughtful. And it was made in Salt Lake City, or no, Southern Utah. It says handmade in Southern Utah. So that was our last little gift before we went. So I did package up, like I said, some of my flowers and took them home. We also had a bag of candy the one day at lunch filled with little 100-gram candy bars, and this was like just really pretty ribbon and stuff attached to it. This was from the policy and education team. So that was fun. They just did the most fun and thoughtful things for us. And then Saturday morning we flew home. And so anyway, that was kind of our trip. It went by really fast, but it was so fun. Yes, I felt like we were treated like royalty, and I will never forget walking into the building when everyone was cheering for you, going to Tiffany, somewhere I would never probably ever even step foot in. The Christmas crafting was a lot of fun. The Courage Reins, like the Western themed dinner, just something I just would never get to experience like here in my day-to-day life. So every detail was just really unforgettable. I'm very grateful for Stampin' Up! For hosting this wonderful event. They do it every year for the people that achieve 1 million. So then 2 million, 3 million. We had, my friend Erica was there for her 2 million, and there was, Dawn was there for 3 million. So you get to go every time you hit 1 million. So I'm just very grateful for all of you who have helped support me on this journey. I've been a demonstrator for 16 years. When I joined, it was only because I wanted the products and I loved them. I never planned that I would get to be in this position and get to do this. And so I'm just very, very grateful for all of you and for Stampin' Up! So it just reminded me how much Stampin' Up! Cares about their demonstrators, their customers. I can't wait to continue sharing with you. I'm super excited about my stamp set that will be coming out in January 2027. Again, if you'd like to stay connected and up to date, maybe you're just found me today, make sure you're on my email list so you don't miss out on any classes, future updates, and about the stamp set that will be coming out in a little over a year. Thank you for letting me share this experience with you guys. It was truly incredible, and like the disclaimer says, these results are not typical. Less than 1% of demonstrators achieve these. We have to say that. It's like a legal thing. So we have to if we want to post pictures. So it was just a wonderful time, and I am very excited now for this stamp set that will be released. So, yeah, thank you. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. It was. I came home, I was so tired. I just came home because it was just jam-packed with so much fun. So it was a lot of fun. And I'm glad my husband got to go and share it with me. He works with me. We work together. He does, if you get my emails, he helps me with a lot with our business and with our new business out front. And then he does a lot of marketing, like side work too. But, yeah, I was happy he got to go and see the home office. He was blown away by how nice it is and how kind everybody was and welcoming. So that was really fun. You should do a class with that album. I know. I agree with you. All right, everyone. I'm going to hop off here and get back to work. But I wanted to just do a separate video and share with you the experience in more detail and totally express my gratitude for those of you who've been along for the ride. My team, my customers, my friends, my family, all of you. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. And yeah, probably next time I see you, we'll be crafting again. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget the stamp sale is today only. I'm sorry, I have to put that in there because it's so important. 15% off. They do it once a year, and today is just happens to be the day. I'll see you guys later. Bye, everyone.